Hey everybody, I wanted to show you the second beast I'm going to be putting in the King Kong. I don't know if I'd really call it an accessory. I was going to say accessory pack, but that doesn't really fit. So you already got the accessories, his weapon and the hands and the Odako Kanabo. But this is more like a beast that goes with him to either pose or have him fight with, you know. Either way. The reason why I'm making this video after the contest, or the reason why I'm uploading it after, clearly I couldn't make it after. The reason why I'm uploading this video after is because I want to surprise him with this, you know. Plus, depending on his reaction, you know, I don't know. Who doesn't like a good surprise is pretty much what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not really sure what's going to happen there, but, you know, I'm hoping he'll enjoy all this. So this is this is pretty much just the Drown Viper from Godzilla X Kong, but in a Showa style, which is, it's alright. I mean, what is it? It got, you know, it got the big googly eyes and the teeth. Those eyes will be a lot more googly when I'm add all the effects to them. You got these crazy ass, what is it? Crooked teeth. The more simplistic design, like the more fur-like scale detail, you know, the spikes running down. 2 random spikes, you know, because they always like adding the random details and such. You know, like if the Monsterverse kaiju are supposed to be slick and streamlined looking, Showa era is more clunky and over-exaggerated, you know, overly expressive. And to me, this is pretty much kind of what the Drown Viper would be like in that sense. A bit more expressive, you know, you got all the little, and I mean expressive not like in emotion, but like in design. You know, you got like the scale patterns and like the almost like fur-like protrusions coming out of the end of his tail there. Same thing on the other side. Then you got like his spines with the webbing in between with just the smooth texture. And then as it runs up the body, you get the more fur-like scales on the side along with the webbing and all that good shit. And then at the top where you start to get it so much to where it almost forms a hood. Overall, I'd say I like it. Articulation wise, he has 5 points. 5 points of articulation. That he's rather bendable. Like, you know, he flexes pretty good. So I ain't too worried about it. What is it? How I made this guy was, you know, all the Scar Kings and shit. Like, I collected a bunch of Scar Kings. Like, a bunch of Kongs, a bunch of Scar Kings to essentially use for other beasts or other versions of themselves. But either way, I essentially took all the whips from the Scar King, or I took 4 of them, and I attached them together. How I did this was, hold on a second. There we go. I popped it off. How I did this was I essentially took the end of the whip where it snaps into each other, and I cut off the jaw, and then I took a separate whip, and then I melted the end of the socket here, and I squished it in to where it'd be tight, and then I popped this in, and essentially it ends up being very tight. You could still remove all of them, like the snake you could take into pieces. Hold on a second. See, you can take them apart into pieces in case you were doing stop motion and you wanted them to be dismembered, or, you know, if you want to pack them up and take them somewhere with you, this is a generally easier way to go about it. Probably the most impressive piece of articulation is the jaw here. If you're wondering how I did that, it's a simple hinge. So, you know, like the little jaw part of the whip, I cut one of those off, and then I cut a groove into it, right? And then I essentially took a paintbrush, one of these trashy little paintbrushes you get from Dollar Tree. You know, it's like $1.25 and you get a whole pack of them. And of course I bought 3 or 4 packs because you can make good hinges. I chopped it off, probably somewhere around here, and then I put it through the hole. Through the holes that I made, and essentially it works as a hinge. and then I melted the two sides, that way it wouldn't slip out, and then I sculpted flesh and meat over the top of that to where it wouldn't be as noticeable. Although when you open his mouth, it definitely is still noticeable as to how I pulled it off. But you get the idea. Overall, decently impressive, and oddly enough, the neck still retains, or what is it? The neck still retains the articulation. The neck itself can still swivel. The jaw and the neck share space, so that's why I thought at the end of the day that it wouldn't be able to articulate, but nope, it still can. The twist's pretty good, actually. But yeah, and you can still pop it off like everything else, as you can see. That's it from the other side. Kind of raggedy looking flesh, you know. Tried to give them that classic Showa era style, like a costume falling apart. But yeah, so I'll show you guys when it's finished. But this will be after the whole contest, and by that point, that'll probably be one of the last videos I make in terms of crafting for a long while. You know, I gotta pack all my beasts up. You know, I'm moving. I gotta pack everything up. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. You know, everybody take care and take care of yourselves. Take it easy. See you later.